Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. Brand new week, brand new topic. So excited to get into this topic because it's something that we can all relate with, and it's something that we can all talk about. As in fact, I can make a whole series about this. But with that being said, don't want to jump the gun too much. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a review, write a comment, tell me if you like my videos, if my videos are not great, if my videos need improvement, or if there's topics that you want to talk about. I'm here for it, all open for the compliments, the criticism, the likes, the dislikes, all of that, and your suggestions. But with that being said, let's get into this topic. The topic is when people disappoint you, when people disappoint you, when other people disappoint you, when you're disappointed by other people, whatever you want to phrase it, it's all about disappointment, especially coming from other people. Because I can talk about how we disappoint ourselves. That's something that is very easy to talk about, and that's something that I can go on and on about. But I want to talk about other people in this conversation because putting trust in other people, and that's the first layer of when you get disappointed, is something hard to do. It's not easy. It's not something that you just do off a whim. Some people do, don't get me wrong, but it does take a lot of effort to put trust in people. You have to study that person. You have to take the time to realize if this person actually is listening to you. Multiple conversations are happening. You have to put your guard down, put the walls down, and you have to actually have conversations about what you like, what you dislike, and things of that nature. So when you get to the point of building trust, you have an expectation, and that's the next level. Expectations, for me, I used to say, whenever I meet somebody or have a conversation with somebody, I have no expectations. It's easier said than done, and I've learned that the hard way because once you start to trust somebody, you start to have expectations. Those expectations start to build. Now, I'm not saying that you should have high expectations or you should have low expectations. It's just the fact that it's natural to have expectations. I did go into relationships with no expectations, but it's hard because you are building something. You're building a foundation. Despite if you want to believe it or not, whenever you have a conversation with someone, whenever you are spending time with someone, you're building a foundation. Now, it doesn't mean the foundation is going to be stable. It doesn't mean the foundation is going to be solid as a rock, but it's a foundation nonetheless. And as we see, especially when people come in and out of our lives, some foundations crumble. But when you have those expectations for people, you tend to allow the trust to be there. You allow the person to, have certain qualities and things that you may not have shared with other people. You may give them more liberties and things of that nature. And again, this can be anybody. This could be a significant other. This could be a friend. This could be a family member, brother, sister. This could be a coworker. Anybody can disappoint you. It's not limited. It's not limited to anybody. So when you start to have those expectations for people and you suddenly see a change, maybe they start lying, maybe they start manipulating you, maybe they start to be dishonorable or to play with your trust, that's when the disappointment starts to set in. Now, disappointment is something that it hurts. The reality of it all is that it hurts. You would hope that people would respect you the way you respect them, and vice versa, that that you respect them the way that they want you to respect them. But there are people who are in it for themselves. They're trying to gain something out of you, and they tend to disappoint you consciously and unconsciously. There are some people who disappoint you consciously, they know what they're doing. Some people who disappoint you unconsciously, where they're not aware, or they may not realize the severity of how much they're disappointing you. The problem is that when we get to the stage of disappointment, a lot of people, including myself, a lot of people tend to not talk about it. They tend to keep it inside, they tend to let it fester, and they tend to build regret. Regret is the next level. Regret is that level where you are not happy and you build resentment, and then it goes to anger and it goes to hatred. We don't want to get to the regret part and then the hatred, resentment, anger. We want to make sure that you stop at disappointment. And the way you stop at disappointment is to address how you feel. A lot of times we are afraid to address how we feel because we're afraid of what people will say. We're afraid of the argument behind it. We're afraid of the pain that may come of it, and the truth and the honesty. A lot of us tend to give half truths because we don't want to break down exactly how we feel. But the realization is that if you want a resolution to happen, if you want your voice to be heard, if you want to speak your piece, speaking your piece is not only just saying what you don't like, it's also about the things that you do like. It's also about the things that you don't care for, the things that you don't really enjoy. It's all that all together. So if you want to speak your piece by saying, hey, you disappointed me when you lied to me. You disappointed me when you hurt me. You disappointed me when you said you were going to do something and you said you were committed to it and you didn't do it. All of these things lead to disappointment. And of course, if this habit, the behavior, starts to continue to accumulate and it keeps happening and happening and happening, that's when the disappointment turns into regret, then it turns into resentment, then it turns to anger, then it turns to hatred. Again, to nip it in the bud, you have to address how you feel. You have to express yourself. If you don't express yourself about disappointment, you are either one thing, you're wasting your time in a relationship, whatever relationship may be, or two, you're holding all these emotions in and it's going to be detrimental to you because you're going to explode and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And as the people say, the new phrase, crash out. You're going to crash out and you're going to end up regretting the things that you do because of your anger and your hatred towards that person. Simple as that. So, to make this as simple as possible, when you are disappointed by other people, remember, you built trust with that person. You have had conversations with that person, with those people. You have took the time to express how you feel, what you like, what you dislike, and you have given them a sense of trust. Then you unconsciously, consciously have expectations for them. It may not be a lot. It may be small. You have expectations for them. But when they start to lie, manipulate, hurt, that expectation starts to become disappointment. Disappointment could go to regret. Regret can go to resentment. Resentment can go to anger. Anger can go to hatred. To prevent yourself from going to the regret, the resentment, anger, hatred, voice your opinion. If that person has disappointed you, let them know. Even if the relationship is going to end, when you express it, express it. It's better for you to speak that form of your truth, that you have hurt me, that you have manipulated me, that you have lied to me, versus you holding it inside and you end up exploding and crashing out. We don't want you to do that. We want you to express your disappointment, and if that relationship has to end, let it end. But if there's a way to reconcile, and that person maybe unconsciously has disappointed you, and they're ready to seek forgiveness, that's another decision that you have to make. But if that person is ready to leave your life because they did something wrong, allow that person to walk away. But you should not be holding in disappointment. You should be expressing it. Simple as that. So if you're struggling with this, if you're struggling with disappointment and how other people have disappointed you in the past, go ahead and contact me, www.yourcolabcoach.com. Fill out that free relationship checklist. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session. We can talk about it and we can see if we're a good fit for each other. Facebook Colab Coaching, Instagram Colab Coaching. All my series and my videos are on YouTube, COLAB Coaching. Like and subscribe, write a comment. Also, I have an amazing book, Fresh Eyes, so I promise easier to self-love relationship project. It's available as an ebook. It's on Kindle. It's an audiobook. It's a physical print. Doors Publishing. You can get that on that website. Barnes and Nobles, Amazon. Write a review. Tell me what you thought about it. If you thought it was great, great. If you didn't think it was great, great. I'm all open for it. With that being said, have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and share this with anyone that's struggling with disappointment in their lives from other people. Bye.